We all want to live a healthy life, which means we need to maintain an appropriate exercise and nutritional routine. This is another video to help you understand the best tips, facts, and hacks to do just that. Everyone in the fitness world either talks about creatine or asks why it's important. First, did you know that creatine is a nitrogenous organic acid that aids in the provision of energy to cells in the body, especially muscle cells? It's also the most impactful supplement to increase strength and gain lean muscle mass. Past studies have shown that consuming creatine is proven to double your strength and lean muscle gains when compared to not training with consuming creatine. Creatine is naturally found in red meat and fish and absorbed during the body's production process. You can also consume additional creatine by using supplements. An athlete's performance may be improved by taking this supplement, and as we age, muscle mass is more challenging to obtain due to creatine intolerance, which can be helped by taking supplements. People with multiple sclerosis may benefit from it since it may help them exercise more effectively and may even help prevent skin aging and cure muscular illnesses. In today's video, we'll be discussing why your body needs creatine for muscle growth. So, let's start. But before we do, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell to be the first to know when we upload. Now, let's get started with creatine. What is creatine? First, let's establish a basis for understanding creatine. It's made up of L-arginine, L-glycine, and L-methionine and is found naturally in muscle cells. It makes up around 1% of total blood volume. The human body stores 95% of its creatine in skeletal muscle and 5% in the brain. These three organs utilize up to 2% of their creatine stores each day. It's carried by the blood and utilized by high-energy organs like skeletal muscle and the brain. Supplements include creatine monohydrate and creatine nitrate. Source and needs. So how can you get it? A person needs 1 to 3 grams of creatine each day. About half comes from food, while the body makes the remainder. Red meat and fish are great natural sources. A pound of raw beef or salmon has 1 to 2 grams of creatine. Creatine provides energy to the body's neediest organs. Athletes utilize vitamins to boost energy, performance, and enable them to exercise harder. According to the ISSN, larger athletes who exercise hard may need to consume between 5 and 10 grams of creatine per day. Those who cannot yet synthesize creatine due to health issues may need to take 10 to 30 grams daily. If you can't consume enough creatine through your natural nutritional plan, rest assured there are all types of supplements you can take to help you hit those targets. The most preferred creatine supplement is the monohydrate version. Gain muscle and strength. We know the next question, so how does creatine help gain muscle and strength? The best supplement for building muscle growth and strength is creatine monohydrate. Among the fitness, athletic, and bodybuilding groups, it's a must-have supplement. When compared to exercise alone, creatine supplementation has been shown to increase lean muscle mass and strength twofold by building your muscle fibers by 2 to 3 times faster than people training without it. It's also one of the preferred choices for improving high-intensity performance and strength by increasing your body's capacity to produce ATP energy. Provides more energy production. The most fundamental kind of energy contained in the body's cells is adenosine triphosphate. It's critical for energy production and muscular contraction. Only 8 to 10 seconds of high-intensity exercise may use up your ATP, and then the body needs to replenish your ATP supply. To meet the needs of the exercise, your body must manufacture fresh ATP. There's a limit to how much ATP may be produced by your body when exercising at a high intensity. For example, the body can only maintain sprinting at maximum speed for a short period of time. The ATP energy your body uses just runs out. Your body's phosphocreatine supply, which is needed to build fresh ATP to be used during high-intensity exercise, is increased by supplements. Creatine loading for 6 days, then switching to a maintenance dosage of 2 grams of creatine per day has been shown to significantly increase your muscle mass. It's possible to generate a modest amount of additional energy by using the excess creatine in your muscles to help produce ATP. Benefits for muscle activation. Aside from its involvement in ATP energy synthesis, creatine may help increase muscle cell function. Cell swelling is one example of increased water content in muscle cells. It also increases IGF-1, a vital muscle growth hormone. These hormones cause the production of additional proteins and therefore increased muscle mass. Creatine will also help prevent long-term muscle loss, which will result in gaining more muscle. Creatine also allows you to do more workouts or repetitions, along with the strength for lifting heavier weights each training session. The overall weight lifted over the longer term is important for gaining muscular size and strength. It improves strength and power. High-intensity exercise uses ATP as its primary fuel. A very short list of substances that have been proven to boost strength and power is creatine, which raises phosphocreatine levels directly impacts ATP energy generation. In past studies, it's shown to improve cycling sprints by 17%, bench press max of 1 rep by 18 pounds or 8 kilograms, and workload by 20% at lower weights in one 4-week trial. A past 10-week trial using creatine supplementation boosted half squat power. Over the numerous studies, the overall average gain in power and strength has ranged from 5 to 6%. How to use creatine? Creatine can be consumed using various options. The newer forms of creatine are good, but not as effective as creatine monohydrate, which can be taken in powder or pill form. Until these new forms are researched a bit more, creatine monohydrate is the most effective and affordable alternative. Past studies employ a high-dose technique to quickly raise muscle creatine levels. This is optional, but will provide you with the advantages faster. Proper loading requires 4 5-gram doses each day for 5 to 7 days. Then use a dose of 3 to 5 grams daily to keep your muscle creatine reserves up. The advantages of creatine are also dependent upon your muscle reserves. Those with lower creatine reserves may notice significant gains. Vegans or others who consume less meat may benefit more from creatine loading since they're usually not eating meat, where creatine's naturally found. Improving athletic performance. The effectiveness of creatine supplements in high-intensity training has led many athletes to use them. Creatine increases the body's ability to generate energy. Athletes can work harder and accomplish more if they have more energy. Creatine supplements tend to improve performance in several types of exercises across the board. When it comes to short bursts of intense exercise, creatine can boost performance, according to an analysis published in the Journal of Sports Science and Medicine in 2003. According to a study in 2012 about creatine, in addition to enhancing resistance training's ability to grow strength and body mass, high-intensity intermittent speed training may also enhance endurance performance in aerobic exercise activities that last more than 150 seconds. Anaerobic exercises also appear to profit from it. However, as you age, you'll want to monitor your dose since it can start to cause water retention and even slow down your performance. The potential benefits of creatine can vary based on various factors such as diet, athletic activity, fitness level, and age. Increased body mass. It's been shown that having more creatine in your muscles leads to building and maintaining more body mass than your normal body weight. Creatine doesn't increase muscle mass alone, according to the U.S. National Library of Medicine. Creatine encourages the muscles to retain water. This water retention in the muscles is important since it allows your muscles to work harder, which does lead to increased muscle mass. Here are some additional benefits. We spent a lot of time discussing the health benefits for building strength and lean muscle mass, but there are other benefits that you might want to list. Creatine lowers blood sugar levels, increases muscle activity, especially as we age, supports brain function and memory as we get older. It also improves epilepsy attacks, ischemic strokes, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, spinal cord, or brain injuries. Dosage instructions. Many creatine supplements begin with a loading phase, which rapidly increases muscle creatine reserves. Take 20 grams of creatine every day for 5 to 7 days to load. Divide it into 4 5-gram portions throughout the day. The release of insulin from carbohydrate or protein-based meals may help absorption. After the loading phase, take 3 to 5 grams per day to keep levels high. Since cycling creatine has no advantage, you should use this dose for long term. If you skip the loading period, just consume 3 to 5 grams daily. To optimize, your muscle cells may take 3 to 4 weeks. Because creatine pulls water into your muscle cells, stay hydrated by drinking at least a gallon of water a day. Cautions and safety. Creatine is one of the most well-studied supplements with no harmful effects after 4 years of consistent use per several studies. One of the most rigorous studies tracked 52 blood indicators for 21 months and found no negative effects. Creatine doesn't seem to affect the liver or kidneys in healthy adults taking regular doses. Those with current liver or renal issues should visit a doctor before using any supplements. People connect creatine with dehydration and cramping, although evidence contradicts this. Studies show it may prevent cramping and dehydration during hot endurance activity. 2009 research linked creatine supplementation to an increase in DHT. This supplement may cause hair loss in those prone to it. Creatine is one of the most popular and used supplements on the market. The U.S. alone reportedly spends about $2.7 billion annually on sports supplements. many of which include creatine. The IOC and NCAA authorize the usage of creatine, which professional athletes use in their fitness plans. Previously, the NCAA authorized member institutions and universities to distribute creatine to students using school funds. Creatine hasn't been used for all sports, nor has it been proven effective for persons with naturally high creatine levels or high-performing athletes. While it may help cure certain medical conditions, athletes must decide whether it's beneficial for themselves. As with any supplements, take moderately and consult a physician first. Whenever feasible, nutrients should be taken naturally. Most health experts advise eating a healthy, balanced nutritional plan and acquiring nutrients from food sources naturally before using supplements. That's it for today's video. Let us know what you thought and if you enjoyed the video in the comments section below. And of course, be sure to like the video and share it so that you can help others in meeting their fitness goals as well. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to be the first to know when we upload. See you in the next video.